And as one of the men in the room, even though I was a boy, but I was a growing man, I had a responsibility to be able to keep my shit together and to help my family through this really tough time. But I couldn't because I was just so wrapped up in my own emotions, right? And I had zero self control. So over the years, I've learned self control, learned to be able to be reliable and be responsible and be able to be there for the people who depend on me and that I love. And I needed to learn that lesson. And so I actually thank my mom that she did that. It was one of those lessons nowadays where I realized my mother helped me learn how to become a man. But I was resentful at it and blamed so much on her for so much of my life. But my perceptions changed. A similar situation with my wife, but in the complete opposite direction. God, this was last year, I think now. I was going through a lot at the time. This fight for my children had just come back up, and it was bringing up a lot of my experiences of powerlessness and a lot of my own victimization and trauma and grief and things uh, that needed to be dealt with. I needed to feel them like real bad. These were years of things that I had been really tough about, but it was time for me to deal with them because I needed to feel that so I could heal that so I could be there for my children now. I had a moment where I trusted my wife and I allowed myself to break down in front of her. And her response was such perfection in that moment. It was the kindest, gentlest, most understanding, most compassionate, most nurturing response I could have imagined anyone having.